All right. We're live.
We're live?
We're live again. Episode 6.
Episode 6.
We're back.
Look at
6th episode of Between Two Ferns. Between Two Bamboos.
that. No, it's copyright.
No, we didn't get our idea.
I'm calling a lawyer.
No, we didn't get our idea for that show.
We got a lawyer up,
Fake
son.
news.
Fake news.
How you doing today, Ryan?
Dude, I'm great. It's a beautiful day here in Philadelphia.
Oh,
Dude, look at you, man. Sky's out, thighs out. Forget about
dude,
it.
look at that. Thighs, suit jacket,
Nice Ninja
and we're
Transfers
talking
t-shirt.
Ninja Transfer t-shirt. And it's kind of fitting because we're talking about blank Pro today.
We are. We've got obviously we have Ninja Blanks.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the top segments of our website. If you're buying transfers, if you're buying perma stickers,
What are you going to put them on?
what you can't just buy the transfers and just have them sit around. You're not framing them.
I mean, you could do that.
You could do that, but that would be an interesting use of funds,
Yeah.
to say the very least.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, certainly not.
No.
But what I would recommend is obviously shopping with us for your blank apparel. But I also recommend that you DM us, that you kicked it with the Ninja on Instagram. Leave a comment on YouTube. DM us on TikTok saying that you kicked it with the Ninja. Because why should you do that? Well, I'll tell you. You're going to be entered to win $25 Ninja Transfers gift card. 3 lucky winners will be selected by the end of the day. So make sure you get your DMs in. You're leaving money on the table.
Right.
And it's free. I mean, that's basically an investment opportunity.
Right.
You
And
know?
the great thing is we always say, obviously, you can use that $25 for, when we talk about supplies, you use on supply.
Mm-hmm.
Great thing about our blanks is they're all wholesale pricing.
Oh, yeah.
So especially for some of our more popular shirts, like G500 or something like that, Gildan, you get those for about like $6 a pop.
G500?
Something like that.
$250.
Okay, see,
$253
I'm
bucks,
overselling.
dude. Yeah.
I'm
So if
overselling.
you could get 10 white G500s,
Yeah.
and just pay the $4.99 or $6.99 shipping,
Right.
whichever one you select.
Right.
So
But great thing
great.
is if you order at least $50 worth of your blanks,
Mhm.
get free shipping.
Exactly.
Man, who doesn't like free shipping?
Dude, I love free shipping.
I'm trying to give you free money and I'm trying to give you free shipping.
I mean,
Like $25 gets you halfway to free shipping.
yeah.
The hell are you doing?
What are we doing here?
DM us.
So
That you kicked it with us.
DM us.
And we're going to talk about blanks.
We're going to talk about blanks,
You can
dude.
buy blanks.
We're going to get going on the blanks. We're going to start, chatting it up. So
Let's just see the first. Let's
just see what's on the top of the pile here. Yes. Beautiful. This is the next level.
So let me just ask you first off, before we dive into all this,
Of course.
all these blank brands. If you were about to start like a print shop, right? Say you hook up a print on demand store.
Yeah.
You're using NinjaPod. You see all these options,
Mm-hmm.
and you're completely new. You have no idea what you're doing. You just want to sell some custom apparel. What would be your recommendation for like just a shirt that's obviously not the most pricey, but it's also not the cheapest, just a good in between where your customers are going to be satisfied with it and you're going to minimize any sort of hiccups you may find when selling it.
Yeah. So I would say, because there's kind of the tiers of blanks,
Right.
Where you probably fall with, like you said, not too pricey, but still a little bit more of a premium t-shirt.
Right.
Honestly, what I've got in my hand right here, the Next Level 3600, is a great option.
Choice.
It's a great option.
Great choice.
100% ring spun cotton, very soft. It does have a little bit more of an athletic cut, but it's definitely, obviously we've done some business on the side ourselves, and we've sold some t-shirts, and predominantly working with that Next Level 3600. I pressed a ton of these in the late hours of the evening, and I've got, they last a long time. They're great, and they are sort of that, more lightweight, comfortable to wear, a little bit more of an athletic cut, like I said, but it's a great t-shirt to get started with. Along with that, that's kind of brands like Next Level 3600, the Bella Canvas 3001C. That's kind of in your mid-tier. Still a little bit more premium with that ring spun, but it's not going to be more like the
Ring spun?
Ring spun, dude.
Ring spun.
100% premium ring spun cotton. This is what we got right here. Just feel that, dude. Get your hands on that.
That's some good ring spun.
You can tell it's ring spun.
Yeah, no, you
by
can
the
tell,
way it is.
Yeah, by just looking at it, you can kind of tell that it's ring spun.
Mhm.
Are you an athletic wear kind of guy?
I mean,
Are you more of an oversized tee guy?
See, I kind of vary based on kind of the fit I'm trying to put together.
Oh, okay.
So I like it, I like it oversized, like the comfort colors. It's a classic, a little bit more generously
Don't
cut.
even get me started on comfort.
But sometimes, dude, if I'm trying to look, trim, if I'm trying to be,
Show off the
Show off my svelte figure.
Yeah.
You know, I've been eating right.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I've been walking.
Nice.
Been walking around the building.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
That's huge.
You know, then, you know, obviously the next level is an excellent choice.
It is. It is actually like, I would say like if we're going to classify them as like beginner or starter, like that's a good beginner tee.
It's a good beginner tee.
It's, cotton is always a good material to go with. Obviously, like everyone has their preference. Cotton's going to shrink a little bit. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But it's still probably the most durable type of common fabric you'll find.
Yeah. So
what's that?
This right here, dude, we've got a little Tultex.
Tultex? Oh, Tultex.
Tultex premium size Tultex. Large. Look at that right there.
Very nice.
See, this is a good one.
That is a good one.
This is a good one as well. It's kind of in that similar range, I would say, right?
I would agree.
In terms of between $5 and $7 usually per blank. So you're not breaking the bank, but you're paying for what you're getting in terms of a little bit more quality. Let's take a look at the nutrition facts on this bad boy. 100% cotton.
Ring spun? Is it ring spun?
I'm not seeing ring spun. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Down at the bottom. 100% combed ring spun cotton.
Combed
as well.
Dude.
So they're spinning.
Now, are we combing the cotton here?
We're not doing any of this.
We're not.
This is entirely courtesy of our partners. Our partners who
Right.
handle our blanks fulfillment. And then, of course, the manufacturers. I've never once combed cotton in my life, nor have I spun it.
No.
I would like to. If I had the opportunity I would do it.
I don't think I would like to do that.
Closest I've been is making paper at the Franklin Institute.
You did that once?
I did that a couple times.
What goes in that?
Wood. You
Really?
mash it up.
That makes sense.
Mash it up, it's kind of a ring spin, except it's more of a
ring spin paper?
Yeah, I mean, in a way.
Right.
In a similar way.
All right.
Obviously, the equipment's a little more specialized. Back on topic here, we have a lovely T-shirt here. So that is another one sort of in that range, similar to, the next level. But of course,
no, I'm not trying to cut you
no,
off.
please.
It's the last thing I want to do. We actually recently, as many people probably already know, we partnered with S&S Activewear.
Of course.
They sell our DTF transfers. And we also recently imported thousands of new blanks directly from S&S. So I believe there are 47 new brands.
47 new, and this is brands.
Brands. So thousands of new products.
That's bananas, Brian.
Yeah. We got Adidas. We got Oakley.
Oh.
We got Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh.
I know. We got some good stuff on there.
We got some premium stuff. So
unfortunately, we don't have. Yeah, we do have. There's definitely premium stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have any of it in house to showcase.
No, we don't. Unfortunately,
but that's a good. Obviously, if you go on our blanks page, if you go into our brands catalog, you'll see all the new ones listed right there. We even have a collection full of just the new stuff that we have imported into our catalog. So, I mean, you could spend all day on there looking through things.
There's tons of options. There were already a ton.
Yeah.
And now we've added even more.
Yeah.
So really, if you're looking for either you're doing an event and you're giving away T-shirts, if you're doing something for an athletic program and you need premium athletic wear.
Yeah, I mean, Adidas, great choice.
Adidas is an excellent choice.
Yeah. We have a lot of them too. Oakley is also great. They have great. It's kind of funny. You wouldn't even think they do shirts. They just. To me, I think of sunglasses, but they do blanket apparel.
You would
hats,
think that.
all that stuff.
If you're following Rory McIlroy back in 2011, you would know he was an Oakley staffer.
See, I didn't expect PGA lore.
Dude, I'll dump as much lore as you want on McIlroy, but we actually have the same birthday as well. But that's irrelevant to what we're discussing.
Is he your man crush? Are you crushed on Rory McIlroy?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
wouldn't have been my first guess.
I mean, look, dude, I like excellence.
Well,
Yeah.
That's fair.
But here's the thing, Brian.
I appreciate it.
Speaking of excellence, Ninja Blanks does an excellent selection because we've been talking about T-shirts, right? You've got this, you've got that, all these T-shirts, but we're not limited to T-shirts, Brian.
Look, it's nice out right now, but what about hoodie?
When it's a little chilly,
dude. What about sweater weather?
Dude,
what do you got for sweater?
I'm glad you asked, brother. So this right here is probably the most popular hoodie I've ever dealt with in my life. It's my favorite hoodie.
They are so soft.
I live and die by the independent trading.
Yeah, they're so soft.
These are the best.
I wish you guys could feel how
I wish
soft
you could. They're fantastic. I remember when we didn't carry these. And people would ask me, what's your favorite hoodie? And I'd be like, to be honest with you, we don't have it, but it's the independent. And now that we have it,
Game changer.
and they have different weights to them. This is going to be one of the better sweatshirts you're going to find. So it's very exciting that we have these.
Yeah. Let me feel it.
How's it
See,
feeling?
that's the thing is like when you're doing custom apparel, because that's kind of what we expect. If you're tuning into this, if you're buying blanks and DTF transfers, we expect that you're probably doing custom apparel on the side, whether it's side
I would
hustle or your
imagine.
main business. As important as the designs are, I mean, the blank apparel is arguably just as important because like the design's awesome. The design's great. It's great. But if you're putting it on, bad garments,
Mhm.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Like what I think most people, when they put on a shirt, they want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what's on the shirt. More or
Absolutely.
less,
Mhm.
Obviously, I'm an Eagles fan. I'll wear Eagles stuff that's uncomfortable because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But that doesn't go for
If
everyone.
anything, the uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's part
drives
of
you.
it's part of the going into we're getting off track here,
No.
but that's besides the point. You want your apparel to feel nice when you put it on, obviously. Independent Co., one of the best in that department. And,
Absolutely.
if you're decorating with DTF transfers, it takes it great. It's I believe cotton. It feels like it's cotton. It's 80% cotton, and it's 20% polyester.
Of course.
That's probably what has the nice little softness.
Yeah, nice little softness.
Nice little
to it.
softness, nice little stretch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And of course, having it be comfortable is important. But then also, if you're selling this, or even if you're not, cost is an important factor. Because if you're selling them, you want to make your margins, but you also don't want to be that person that's just charging an arm and a leg if you don't have. I mean, maybe you are. Maybe you're trying to position yourself as a real premium brand, in which case you charge away, my friends. But if you are trying to, get the best price for your customer while also still making a pretty penny on your orders, then blanks at any quantity, you're going to get that wholesale pricing. So you're going to get really high quality garments like these at a really great price.
Can we get a repeat of the name for the Hoodie?
Yes, this is the independent trading company hoodie. Let me see if we have a style number listed within the tag.
Give us that.
It's
We'll yeah, I mean, like,
but it's an excellent hoodie. Really,
we have
they
that
have
exact
different
hoodie
weights.
on-
Like I
on
said,
the side.
I have like 5 of these. I swear to God.
honestly, even if you're not decorating and you just want a bunch of blank stuff,
If
it's
you just
still a
want a
good
good hoodie.
yeah, like I know there's plenty of people that just like blank shirts, and that's I can get down some blank shirts. So like even if you want that or a blank hoodie, like I would wear that.
You don't think I've put in an Ninja Blanks order? For personal stuff, dude? Here and there.
Are you putting promo codes for yourself?
No. I'm a company man.
You are.
I'm a company man.
You'll die for this company.
I absolutely will. I almost have.
There's still time left, but
There's plenty of time. I got a flight coming up I'm not excited about. But here's the thing. But Ryan, you probably think to yourself, that's a great hoodie.
Yeah.
But what if I'm, doing something and I'm a little bit more budget constrained. I don't have, of course you're getting premium, products at a wholesale price, but we have other options for you. This right here is probably the most sold hoodie. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but this is probably the most sold hoodie
Which
in
one
America.
is it?
This is the Gildan. It's the Gildan G185. It is a classic. It's probably between like 10 and $12 a piece. And, it's still comfortable.
Gets the
It's,
job
sti- it's
done.
still a great product. So that's the thing is we have options for you. Say you're doing something for volunteer work, or you're doing something where you're giving these away at either an event, a family reunion, some sort of function. Gildan products and stuff like that are great for the giveaways, for things like that. Because you can still give somebody, all right, here's a good T-shirt for you. We'll get that decorated. Here's a nice hoodie, but you're still able to get the custom apparel done for your event that you're doing, and still providing a good price. Get a good price. You're not breaking the bank for something that you're going to give away. People may not wear it all the time, but if it's a great design and a lovely product like this, they'll probably wear it more often.
That is true. And to piggyback off that, like if you are doing an event where you're giving away, say, 500, Gildan sweatshirts with the design on it, we also do offer bulk pricing. Pricing
Of course.
So
if you're ordering
it's all based on dollar amounts. I don't have the numbers exactly in front of me, but obviously if you're ordering like $300 worth of blanks, you're going to see a pretty significant discount applied to that. Plus, you're getting free shipping.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like free shipping?
I love free shipping.
I love free shipping.
Dude, sometimes I'll just add a little something extra. Get the free shipping.
Yeah.
If I'm just shy,
Oh, exactly.
if I'm buying some clothes, throw a pair of socks in there.
Why not?
You know, so always. keep that in
Unfortunately, I
mind.
don't think we sell socks.
We don't sell socks. That's
That's for another day.
for another day. We'll get into it. But
Who
here's
needs
the-
socks when you have independent trading co?
Who knows?
Sweatshirts do.
And here, I'll kind of skip the line here a little bit. Available for $19.99. Just one second. And when we're in that vein of more of the giveaways of the more basic 100% cotton, obviously there's the Gildan, there's the G500, and then there's also, that we've got Hanes and Fruit of the Loom. These are, it's similar products here. Kind of more your basic T-shirt for the giveaways or things like that.
Mhm.
If your little league
Great,
team
great
wins a
giveaway
championship,
Yeah,
you
great
can get
giveaway.
that printed up, stuff like that.
Now, if I'm being 100% honest,
Yeah.
I like to keep a line of honest communication
You have
between
to.
us and our audience.
You have
You know, wouldn't recommend going with Hanes stuff. I mean, like I don't mind it. It's not awful. I'm a little bougie, Brian. I'm a little bougie. I like a little bit nicer.
You like a little bit
Doesn't
nicer?
feel that great.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. But really, when it comes to Fruit of the Loom, Hanes, Gildan, if you give them to somebody that isn't in the custom apparel industry, they probably wouldn't know the difference. But
I guess that's true.
yeah, but at the same time, for guys like us, I remember when I first started working here, I was like, now I recognize the kind of blanks that people are using. I'd be like, oh, you went with this? Like what?
Yeah, leave it hanging.
No, I was at the Life of Pablo pop-up shop at the King Pressure, and
What were they using?
they're using Gildan. It's like $100 for a Gildan long sleeve. And I was like, "You enjoy this album. I'm gonna get the shirt." I don't know where that is anymore, but it's always something to keep in mind. We're gonna keep it moving here. Here's that Belgian canvas too.
You're gonna overcrowd.
No, it's kind of nice and warm.
Blanks to the side.
Dude, it's nice and warm.
It is. Bell canvas is also.
Belgian canvas.
It's another pretty solid option.
Oh, dude, this is cool.
Put it on the ground.
That's good.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Brian.
Why don't you talk about what you got there? 'Cause,
This
I
right
have a
here.
feeling. I have a feeling that's something people are gonna really like.
This right here is one of the holy grails of custom apparel. Comfort colors. Obviously, this is the sweatshirt
Pay your
version.
respects every
Pay your
time.
respects.
Thank you.
But they do, of course, have, and I would say it's, I do love the next level. I do love me some Bell and Canvas. But if I have to pick my favorite T-shirt, it's going to be the comfort colors. I think it's the C1717 is the style on the website. It's a nice, thicker, heavier weight T-shirt. It's, what is it? It's pigment dyed. Is that what it's called? Where they do
There's
it?
just something magical about the comfort
Garment
colors
dye.
because they
Garment
are
dye ring spun, of course.
right.
Ring spun. But that's where you kind of get this cool coloring to it. It's not like a bright red like you might see with some of these other. Like it's such a crazy blue.
Right.
It's an electric. It's almost
Blinding.
a cobalt. Some would say. But this right here, the garment dyed aspect of it kind of adds a nice, more pastel, more muted colors to it. So you still get a nice
Earth
shade,
tones.
but earth tones, things like that, like the ancestors.
Yes.
Like the Phoenicians
Of course.
back in the day. But I would say they make a great T-shirt. It's like I said, heavier weight, but you can still wear it outside in the summer.
I was gonna say, I don't know what kind of magic voodoo comfort colors does to their garments, but they are like heavyweight and light at the same time. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but they're great.
I think it's some sort of ritual they're performing while they make it. I don't know what kind of ritual it is. Don't quote me on that. I just think that there's some sort of magic being done here. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And that's just my mind jumps to conspiracy theories.
And of course, we're human beings. We try to create connections.
Right. I'm inquisitive.
Of course. But I mean, I'll be honest. Like if I see something like it's a shirt that I'm kind of interested in to get, if I'm kind of browsing online, but I see, oh, it's on a comfort color shirt.
Right.
That genuinely, at least for me, increases my intent to buy.
Yes.
Sometimes. And also, a little more premium garment comes at a little more premium price tag for you. But obviously, if you're a customer, you want to pay for quality, that's what you're going to get.
That's what you're going to get.
It's always something to keep in mind. So we have, this is just a very, very small sampling of what we offer.
We have.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know. I'm wrapping up the apparel. I'm doing a segue.
See, that's what I didn't. You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me beforehand you were going to do a segue.
Segue.
I wouldn't have interrupted.
It's fine.
Do you have any to go through the segue with?
We do. One is for specific material. They're using prints on a jersey. Any suggestions on press?
Honestly, like the time, temperature, and pressure all relatively the same. I will say though, you're probably best, especially if it's like, I'm guessing it's a mesh jersey, but you want to put like a heat press pillow in between the jersey, because if you do press it without that, you are going to get some like stick. It's going to go through the hole.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's got that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to go through the hole. It's going to stick to the back of it, and then it's just going to not turn out great.
Be awkward.
You can also do like a piece of parchment paper, like anything that can separate the two sides will work. But as far as like just your, general press settings, 310 to 315, 10 to 12 seconds, medium firm pressure, peel, press that bad boy again.
You got it.
Because you got to press that. You got to press it. You got to give it a second press. But then, that's pretty much it.
Absolutely.
It's a very simple process.
Before you go into the next one, we have another question. What's your recommendation for an affordable cotton shirt that's not gilded on?
Well, next level.
Yeah, next level Rebellion canvas. It is a kind of a step up in price from those items, but still in
It's
like
not-
the $5 and $6
Like
range.
Hanes and Fruit of the Loom are like they're the bargain shopping type of blanks, whereas like next level is like a little bit. I mean, it's still
affordable.
relatively affordable. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're down in that
You're definitely not breaking the
250 a
bank.
shirt range for the 100% cotton, you're gonna get something comparable to it. But if you kind of bump your price a little bit more,
Yeah, and honestly, next level, like I kind of like the fit more, right? I like how it snugs my
Yeah, it's nice
snugs
and
my
snug.
shoulders,
Yeah.
I like it. It's like snug up here, but it's still not. It's not tight all the way around.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it. I like it too. I like
There's
what I
more where
like.
that came from.
Yes. Well, what we got in there, Ryan?
Dude.
What's in your bag of goodies?
Dude, so here's the thing. We're talking about apparel, shirts, sweatshirts. Obviously we do hats as well, but we also have some fantastic hard good blanks like mugs and tumblers and things like that. Because, obviously we're selling the DTF transfers. You press that onto apparel. We've got the UV perma stickers as well.
Yes.
They go on any and all hard goods. So we're like, what are we doing? Let's get Maker Flow in the mix. They make some great hard goods. And we've got big stuff. We've got
Let's
some
open it
smaller
up,
stuff.
Let's
Get
do
it
an
out the box,
unboxing.
dude.
Should we do an unboxing?
Let's do an unboxing. Get that open.
Yeah, so Makeflow really does make some great,
Great customizable stuff.
Think about how many liquid ounces can fit through
Dude,
this. It's
so many fluid ounces.
so many.
I'd be hydrated.
It's gonna
As
keep
a
yourself
mug.
cold. But this is, I mean, all their stuff is great. They have tumblers like this, mugs like that, and they're all like this will work for your perma stickers, but they also do have sublimation ready tumblers and mugs. So if you have a sublimation printer, that's not something we do here. But if you have a sublimation printer, you outsource that kind of stuff. You can always source your blank hard goods through Ninja Blank. What can't you get with us? What can't you get with us?
I guess socks, underwear.
Well, that's
But
it's
if you're
messed
putting
up.
transfers on boxer shorts, I got questions for you now.
Yeah, that is a little strange. But we do, yeah.
There's some more too. I mean, it doesn't stop there. The magic's only just beginning. So we've got this bad boy. Nice situation.
What do you drink out of that, Ryan?
Nice coffee.
Coffee?
Or, like I do
Are
with
you a-
my
Are you a spiked coffee guy?
spiked coffee
You put some stuff in your
every
coffee?
morning, morning in the parking lot.
Are you drunk? Are you drunk right now?
Absolutely.
Uh,
No.
Nah, you.
No. Here's the thing. If it's, freezing cold, if I'm out golfing, I'm at a tailgate or something in the cold, of course.
Look, whiskey makes you warm.
Makes you
Everyone knows
warm. This will keep your drinks cold or warm.
Right.
Like, I'm a psychopath. This is a coffee mug. I drink water out of it every day.
Makes coffee in your water.
No, I've never put coffee in this. I've strictly put water. So yeah. No, I'm not mixing. Oh, because then I get a coffee flavor
It's
of water.
gross.
That's disgusting.
It's
No,
disgusting.
not an animal. I mean,
You are.
we'll cover that off air.
Yeah. You are. Gross me out.
Oh, come on.
Nah,
dude. In front of the
I'm just kidding.
in front of the good people.
You get this on the. See this little shine out there? I know.
Ah,
It's such a pretty box.
it is, dude.
Um,
You got another one.
Oh, dude, look at this one. Comes with a straw.
Bro, let me get that. Straw.
Not a paper straw.
No, God, no.
Well,
I
those are
tried,
outlawed now.
I tried to drink a Shamrock Shake through a paper straw.
How?
It's a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I couldn't finish it. It dissolved. That's why I don't go to New Jersey anymore.
They have them? I thought they were outlawed. Was I lied to about that? Are people just openly denying that? Wasn't there exactly? Never mind.
We don't have to get into politics of it, but this was a couple months ago.
But like, the
When it was
great thing about these, those little care instructions.
Oh,
Little care instructions. In case you don't know how to wash things,
Mhm.
it tells you.
Tells you.
Isn't that great?
That's great.
You're still gonna get called about it.
Yeah,
That's the crazy part.
that's the best
yeah,
part of everything.
That's like the best part of your job. What else we got in there? We got anything else? Anybody have any more questions?
There's one question. Someone thought my DTF print looks a little pixelated. What's the best way to fix that?
Well, probably if the DTF print is pixelated, probably going to have something to do with the quality of the file. Obviously, if you're sending us over vectorized artwork that's perfect resolution, any size, and it's coming back pixelated, that's processing error on our end. But if you're sending in a standard image, it could have something to do with the resolution. It could have something to do with the size at which you're ordering that as well. Because if you have something that's small and it's good, it's 2x2 and it's perfect resolution, amazing. If you size that PNG out to an 11x11, that's going to be bad. It's not going to look very
It's
good.
gonna come out.
So if you don't have access to vectorized artwork or you're running into those issues, getting it vectorized by a third-party graphic designer, like on Fiverr or something like that, I've seen people there all the time. And I've
It's gonna
never had
cost
a
you
customer
like $10.
it's like $5-10. And if it's something that, if you're doing it for a large quantity or you're doing it for a gift or you want it to look good, or if you're going to be reordering it a ton, it's best to just get that great quality file. Because our art team, we can help you out a little bit, but we're not magicians. If you send us bad artwork, there's very little we can do. But of course, we'll try to work with you. If we get that in, if we see it, but definitely something where. And if you have questions about the art, you can always email it over to us, service@ninjatransfers.com. Just be like, hey, how's this file? Is this any good?
Mhm.
Dude, call and ask for Chris. Chris will go.
That's what you said we're not magicians, but Chris kind of.
Chris is a bit of a magician.
He is.
Yeah.
He works his magic. He works his magic on you all the time.
Yeah, dude, he can make all the fun in the room disappear.
Yeah. He comes in and ruins the vibe.
Immediately.
It's really magic.
With one wave of his magic wand.
With just one step, he ruins everything. It's magic. Yeah, it truly is magical.
Truly is magic.
Yeah. There's nothing else I can really explain.
It's true.
Any other questions? Do we have any more? Keep rambling.
I'm happy to ramble.
Well,
What happened? Remember when we got so many questions? It was like crazy and everyone yelling at each other?
I think we're getting better at explaining.
Are we getting better at explaining things? That's amazing.
Nah, we're not.
No, we're just not.
The funny thing is, we're not.
We're really bad at this.
No, we're okay, dude.
No, we're great.
But yeah.
Yeah, dude.
UV DTF permit stickers on hard goods. We talked about UV DTF last week, didn't we?
We did. We did the whole little application thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
anyone since then, have they messed up by getting transfers to UV DTF?
yeah.
Does that happen every day?
Every day. I had somebody call in and catch it because they went, hey, I ordered the wrong thing. And I just switched it over before we printed it. So it kind of, dude, I ran out.
That's why you're the best.
I'm running out of production. I'm checking in with the guys. I'm like, yo, can we outprint this? Like, get this switched over? And they're like, yeah. Got the updated invoice. Got
Chris would have just, he would have just,
he would have been like, well, I can cancel the order.
He would have ruined.
Depending on where you're at, if it's not payday and you just spent $200, you don't really want to wait on that refund and spend another $200, So if we can help where we can, we're more than happy to.
That is true.
That's the kind of service that we try to put together here at Ninja Transfers.
I think we're pretty good at it.
I think we're pretty good. We have our moments where, we leave stuff to be desired and we're always looking to improve. But if you get me on the phone, you're pretty much set for life, to be honest with you. You get Chris on the phone. No, he's great. He's great. So I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm being rude.
Nah, dude, you're not being rude. You're just being real.
Yeah, just being real. But we're here.
Along with great service, we also offer a free $25.
For $25,
Have you
3 lucky winners.
Message us
DM us.
on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're watching this, truthfully.
Yeah.
We'll check them all. We check all of our messages.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get a response, we're just leaving you on red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
not.
We don't. We love you. But yeah, DM us, get entered to win. Say you kicked it with the Ninja. 3 lucky winners by the end of the day. Keep an eye on your inbox.
And then you can spend it on some blanks.
And Brian,
The next $25 gets you halfway to free shipping.
this was an absolute pleasure as always, folks.
For free shipping. Am I right?
Free shipping.